Hello West Side Steve, Master Hand here. You remember me from the Super Smash Brothers game, don't you? Well, I want to talk about your video on friendship a little bit. It's like this. There's always been people that have been untrustworthy throughout history. It's just that it was more taboo in the past than it is now. However, they have always existed. It's just like, masturbation was always there for people who were single. It's just that it was more taboo in the past. But it was never stopped. I mean, there was never a point in time in which people didn't do it. And it's the same thing with breaking trust. Let's think here. The thing is, there's always going to be people that you can't trust. There always will be. There'll be double agents. There'll be all sorts of crazy people in this world that do horrible things. They're always going to exist. You can't change people. The values of society and the world as a whole do not change people as a whole, if that makes sense. It's just whatever opinion is making the most noise. A good example of this is violent porn fetishists. Now, violent porn is extremely taboo in America. It's not in Japan, but there's just as much a percentage of the population in America that whacks off to that sick shit. It's just that they keep it to themselves. But they exist. They exist. I've even gotten to know someone who secretly admitted it to me. I told them, don't ever talk to me again. I'm not going to go on too much about that. But the point is, just because it's not taboo anymore and people are more open about it, doesn't mean it exists more than it did. Now, that said, I also pretty much agree with your video, except to say that, while people shouldn't take friendship for granted, you do need to be careful, because whether it's taboo or not, there are people who are untrustworthy, as you noticed. And people will turn on you for various reasons. But you got to just exercise common sense. Don't get too trusting with people that you haven't known for a long time. Just, be sure to get to know people and take things slowly from there.